Hi, welcome to Diplomatic License on Citi TV. My name is Apioko Sayaram Ashong Abe. Now, let's get down to business. Can you hear the waves? Can you see them maybe in the distance? Can you feel through the camera the ebb and flow of the oceans of Accra? I'm drunk on the ambience here. I'm at the beach. And of course, there's a reason for that. I did promise you that I'll be meeting Honorable Thomas Okyere, who is, don't forget, do you remember, the Honorary Consul of Botswana to Ghana. We'll be right back, and then the fun continues. Welcome back. You're still watching Diplomatic License on Citi TV, and once again, we're also live on DSTV channel 363, GoTV channel 182, on Facebook Live, on YouTube, on citytvonline.com, and do follow everything that we're doing on Diplomatic License with the hashtag Diplomatic License. Now, I did tell you that we're at the beach, and I'm here once again with Honorable Thomas Okyere, the Honorary Consul of Botswana to Ghana. Hello. I want to find out from you, what has the journey been like so far? What are some of the positives, the things that have made you proud along? And you started this in 2014. That's when you took the position. Yeah. So for 6 years running, what are some of the things that have made you proud to hold the office, and some of the challenges as well?
What has made me very proud about Botswana is the structures that I find in this particular country. You can see that they have well-built structures and institutions. It makes me feel very proud every day, anywhere to stand and talk about Botswana. I am not saying other countries or what Ghana does is not right, but I am very pleased and happy to see that these structures are laid out. For instance, my former foreign minister tells me that she parks her car, official car, at 5 o'clock. And then from there, she has to find her own car to drive.
You're kidding me.
Yes, the foreign minister.
So once your official duty ends for the day in Botswana as a servant of the state. Once your official duty ends for the day, you park your official car.
She parks her car, and then now she has to use her own personal car. And what she said that also positively surprised me was her driver could come and tell her the time is up.
Time is up. Hand over the car key. I'll see you tomorrow.
The time is up. And the fact that you see that you're serving humanity also makes me very happy being in this position, that somebody has misplaced the passport and is very desperate, and you are able to find a way to help the person have the passport or have a traveling certificate or have any kind of document to travel back home. It's such a relief that you see that you are helping humanity. I see it as very fulfilling to serve a nation in Ghana, even as a Ghanaian. And the contrast is when the locals of Botswana come and they see that, no, it's a Ghanaian. It's a Ghanaian.
How do they react to you?
They are surprisingly happy, because then they see that I am with a local who can help me more or better, or who knows the country. And that is what I see.
I never thought about it that way.
I see in them.
You're Ghanaian, you know Ghana. So even though you're representing them here, there are certain hurdles that you are better placed to overcome. Because you are Ghanaian.
Exactly.
And you know the space.
Exactly.
I never thought of it that way.
It's easier interacting, walking to foreign affairs and interacting with the people easily, knowing that you can even speak the local language or know where the next stage of a document and the particular office to go to save it.
What has your relationship with the government of Botswana been like?
It's been very cordial. Very,
I mean, if you've held the position for 6 years, they must be happy with you.
Very,
that's more than someone's political term.
Yeah. I'm very happy. I remember the 50th anniversary. I was there when I was called upon if I wanted to attend. And then a ticket was sent, and I went and stayed in a lodge, getting ready to go participate, only to have, it's like a rebuke. Don't you know that we have such a place prepared for you? I was with my friends when a car came to whisk me into the Avani Hotel. I felt really, really, really welcome. I felt very, very happy. I have access to the foreign affairs. I have access to the ambassadors that come to Abuja, who I serve under, and they are almost each and every ambassador that comes in to Abuja or Namibia, who oversees Ghana, really become very close, and they are very friendly. What I see is these guys are...
Namibia, I mean, they are your neighbors.
Exactly,
so,
exactly.
Yes.
They are very down to earth, very down to earth.
Another hello to His Excellency Charles Joseph, High Commissioner of Namibia to Ghana, who's become a friend.
Yeah, he is the ambassador to Namibia, but we have ambassadors of Botswana in Namibia who had the oversight responsibility of West Africa.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But until Lake Abuja was opened, they were then taking care of
Ghana,
West Africa,
okay, so
and including
West Africa,
Ghana,
including
and Namibia.
Okay. Yeah. And okay, so obviously it's been a good journey for the most part. What has it been like learning about? Because now you are representing Botswana, but you're Ghanaian.
Yeah.
You grew up in Kumasi, Asafo, and all these interesting Kumerica places.
Yeah, yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you are representing an entire new nation. What has the process been like? Because you have to learn about them, I imagine, the culture, the people, the things that are acceptable, not acceptable. What has that process been like?
Botswana has about 83% educated people, and they believe in high education. And when you want to present something, even to the High Commission or to Foreign Affairs or whatever, what I see is that you will have to check, double check, recheck. And it's helped me a lot in this area. And representing a whole nation in this sense has also sort of given me a leverage of thinking, who are you talking to? Who do you talk to? Where do you sit? What do you have to do? To be extra careful in even the words that come out of your mouth, because it is taken as a rep of a nation. And you have to be very careful, because you will give accounts of that. Is somebody watching over you to tell something to Foreign Affairs, to Botswana, or to what? So it's created a kind of, in me, self-awareness to be very careful as to what to say, what not to say. Even in the area of Ghanaian politics, where when you talk positively or negatively about an entity, about a person, about a policy, you are then framed or boxed up into a certain political divide. It makes it more difficult and brings more consciousness. And to me, being a Ghanaian in Ghana, to be able to even say certain things or act in a particular way. At a point, I wore particular T-shirt that was given to me by my sister, and when I went out with it, somebody tagged me to a party. Immediately, Immediately, I had to kind of find a way to get back home and change it, so that Botswana is not seen as being tagged or leaning towards one
political party in Ghana.
Yeah. It's really groomed me in that direction.
Have you had to do a lot of reading on Botswana?
Yes.
It's like going to school again.
It's
Botswana school.
Yeah. When you come to my house where I sit, sometimes even a time of reading, I have a Botswana book there. So you will have to read, you will have to understand it. For instance, the Geneva Protocols. For instance, what does Botswana stand for? Coming to meet you. I had to do 1 or 2 reading, because it is not that I was born and bred there. It is not that I eat and sing Botswana. It's the fact that I am in Ghana. So to be able to represent Botswana well, I would have to then begin to kind of study Botswana and graduate in Botswana.
And I mean, I find that very, very interesting. It's almost like you've taken on a second skin, you know.
Exactly.
But have you enjoyed the process?
I have.
Has the experience been rewarding?
Yeah, it's been very rewarding. When there have been entities here that have sought to enter into Botswana, and I have kind of supported the cause, and they have sort of signed up in Botswana, brings some fulfilling nature in me. I get very happy and excited. There is a company that recently went to Botswana and have been able to register and establish themselves. A Ghanaian entity backed up in Malta. And what they did was, during the COVID time, they were able to give donation to, I think, about 50 to 100 homes.
In Ghana?
In Botswana. Yeah. When he sent me back the report, I was very,
brilliant.
very, very happy.
Okay, so this Ghanaian set up a company
in Botswana.
Yeah. And during COVID, they've been able to support the relief efforts.
Exactly.
That's brilliant.
Exactly. Yes.
That's brilliant.
I was very, very happy. That I was able to sort of bit by bit lead him into setting up in Botswana, and then finally doing such a thing with the newspaper coverage he sent to me.
So it was massive.
Exactly. And he went to the radio, they interviewed him. I was very happy. I was very happy about that.
Okay, but so now, Honorable, I want us to move on to talk about Botswana and the culture. Let's start by talking about what we call people from Botswana. Please correct me if I'm wrong. If it's one person, yeah, Botswana.
Yeah.
And if it's plural, then yeah, Botswana.
Botswana.
Yeah. Botswana. Okay. So the country is Botswana.
You pronounce it like an American.
I know. You're so lovely. So the country is Botswana.
Yeah.
If you're a single person who comes from Botswana, you're Botswana.
Yeah.
And then if you are many people from Botswana, you're Botswana.
Botswana.
Okay. Yay.
I like your Botswana.
Honorable, stop laughing at me. So people from Botswana are called Botswana. So I know that, let's talk about the economics first. And again, correct me if I'm wrong. I know that the 3 main things that Botswana is noted for are cattle, tourism, and what's the last thing? What would I say?
Diamonds.
Diamonds, yes.
I'm surprised you're a lady, but you didn't mention diamonds first.
You see. Yeah, I was thinking about
the diamonds, yeah.
I was thinking about the food.
Yeah.
So, Honorable, before we continue, ladies and gentlemen, of course, you're still watching Diplomatic License on Citi TV. My name is Okyere, and I'm having a wonderful conversation with Honorable Thomas Okyere, who is the Honorary Consul of Botswana to Ghana. Now, on that diamonds, cattle, and tourism note, we'll be right back.
The conversations that help you shape your spiritual journey as a Christian. Find the answers you seek. Catch the 700 Club with Pat Robertson every Sunday morning at 8:30 a.m. on Citi TV.
Welcome back. This is Diplomatic License on Citi TV. My name is Okyere, and we continue our very riveting conversation with Honorable Thomas Okyere, who, of course, is the Honorary Consul of Botswana to Ghana. Before we went on the break, Honorable, we were talking about diamonds, cattle, and tourism, the three things that Botswana is mainly noted for. And you were about to tell me a little bit more about them, even though I filled with diamonds.
Yeah. Botswana found diamond and has been able to depend on diamond in taking care of its citizens and filled its reserves until now. We have A+. Botswana banking system is rated A.
A? Oh.
Yeah. And Botswana has been able to take care of its citizenry through and encourage them. We have very good health system, and when one wants to borrow money, sometimes it goes to about 5%, 7% interest rate.
That's very low.
Yeah, very low. When it comes
compared to our 28% and 35% in Ghana.
Yeah. When you come to tourism, they have very well trained tourism sector, personnel in the sector. When I visit hotels and lodges in Botswana, I feel very much welcomed, and I feel like these people really know what they are about. When you get onto a place like the Maun, which is in the north, and get onto the Okavango Delta, especially when the river is up, and you have a tour guide take you through and have discourse with you on what is actually happening, even with the hippopotamus in the water and all those, you really know that they know what they're talking about and they know tourism. They've been able to preserve the animals to the extent that they still have this big five in their wild, and you can visit these games. They have wonderful places like the Victoria Falls and the Chobe Reserve, World Heritage Monuments. Yeah, and to be frank, I am very pleased to see that there is a country in Africa that also cares for tourism, or has invested or put so much into tourism and yielded. Because of this, Botswana does not work out so much for mass tourism. It also helps Botswana take care of the environment and not to destroy. Exactly. And almost everybody grown up in Botswana has cattle. And with this cattle, they formed the Botswana Meat Commission.
Oh, okay, so there's a meat commission.
Yes.
So that explains why Botswana is able to export so much
Exactly.
meat.
Exactly. Botswana exports meat even to Europe. Yeah, we have we tease Botswana with that the population of beef is more than the population of humans. Yeah, and we have zones where they have the green zone, they have the red zone, Sometimes even traveling from one zone to the other, you will have to drive your car on the road. Your car would have to drive through water to disinfect your tires so that you don't carry the cow and mouth disease from one zone to the other.
That is impressive.
Exactly.
That is impressive.
But at a point, we get to do this where you don't transfer disease from one area to the other, and we drove.
Which is a problem that the world is facing.
Yeah.
We are in the era of COVID-19.
Yeah.
And we keep talking about how the coronavirus, the novel coronavirus, where it originated from. And we keep hearing origins of animals and whatnot. So that's very, very impressive and very forward-thinking of the Botswana.
Yeah. You can see that they cherish what they have and want to grow it. That is what I see. I'll tell of a story coming back to tourism of us going into a game and wildlife, and we were advised not to take a 2x4 vehicle into this game. And this guy Keith deceived the warden and told the person that the car was 4x4, Toyota Fortuner. We have Fortuners that are 4x4, but this particular one was a 2x4. We had driven almost about 1.5 hours in this game and wildlife, in this lodge, and only to come to a puddle of sand, and a high-loss car that was before us. We had 3 cars. Had to suddenly stop because an elephant had pulled a tree down.
What?
And by the time they finished moving the tree away, coming back to sit in the car, our car, and unfortunately for me, that was the car I was sitting in, got stuck into this sand, and it was getting darker and darker. We couldn't get this car out, and we had this tour guide who was with us and heard the howling of hyenas and lion, and he could hear or listen to the sound and tell us they are about an hour away. I was so surprised that this guy knew his environment, knew the behavior of these animals, and told us to hurry up and to shove the sand from the ties so that we can leave.
I mean, and when you go to the few game reserves that we have in Ghana, for example, when you go to the Mole National Park, and for example, when you are hiking or taking a walk or doing the safari through the conservation, they will tell you that you need to make sure that you keep your distance, a certain distance from the elephants, for example. Otherwise, they will chase you. They tell you they don't like noise. They tell you the time at which the gazelle will come out.
Yeah.
They tell you all these things. But unfortunately, I dare say that we haven't honed some of these skills the way you're describing has been done in Botswana, and maybe we have a lot to learn from Botswana in this light.
We're trying to talk. Somebody came to our office, a tour operator, and I'll tell you the name, Abeku Santana. He is trying to see how he can take some rangers from here to sort of together study and to learn together with some partners in Botswana, and possibly vice versa.
Okay.
And
to see what kind of skills we can exchange.
Exactly. Yeah.
In that region.
Yeah, I just wish that he'll be able
Of
to
course, I
succeed.
mean, he's one of the tourism ambassadors. So,
Exactly.
yeah, it's great to know that he's doing the job that we want him to do.
He's passionate and he talks a lot when he sees conservation being destroyed here and there. He will call and talk, and sometimes you just feel like you have the power to just help him solve this problem. Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the symbolism of Botswana. I'm particularly interested in the flag of Botswana. So you have it on your, in a lapel pin.
Yeah.
And I'm sure on the screen you can see it as well now. There's blue, there's black, there's white. The first time I saw the flag of Botswana, which would have been maybe when I was in class 4 or so, class 4, class 5, I was surprised because up until that point, every African flag I had seen had at least a color red in it. It wasn't red, it was yellow, it was green. And I knew that Ghana had all three. So I found it very surprising that there was no red in the Botswana flag. But what, can you talk a little bit about the flag? What's the meaning?
Yeah, you can't separate the white from the black. The white and the black talks about the coming together, the harmony between black and white, humanity. We are all together, and
of course that's very important, knowing the history of Botswana.
Exactly. It brings me to even that we are all one. That Okyere would say the keyboards of the black and white giving harmonious music.
Ebony and ivory.
Exactly. And the blue means
perfect harmony.
Yeah, and the blue means pula.
Yes.
That is rain.
I've seen pula on your coat of arms, so I'm glad you brought it up.
Yeah.
Rain.
Yeah.
And when you speak of rain, you're talking about rain that we know.
Exactly. That falls. Yeah.
Why?
And that stands also for our money. When you
Yes, of course, the currency is also the pula.
That's right. Yeah. When you are in an area where you have so much desert on your land, then you'll be able to appreciate rain.
Yeah, a lot of Botswana is covered by the Kalahari Desert.
Exactly.
Okay, so the rain is very important.
Very, very, very
important. Because
important.
all the things we've spoken about, the cattle.
Exactly.
And all those things rely on the rain.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. Because I was wondering, what's so important about pula? What does it mean? And why is it such a huge thing for Botswana?
Yeah. For me, the colors of Botswana intrigues me because it seeks to bring together humanity.
It's brilliant. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay. We'll talk about music and other things later, but for now, I want us to talk about food. And I know we have some what do I call it? Botswana food here. And the whole day, and viewers, I don't want to give away too much just yet, but the whole day I've been wrapped up in the aroma of Botswana food, and it's really, really rich from what I've gathered. It's not the first time I'm encountering Botswana food, but it is the first time that I was actually seeing the process. And it's a very rich process, very rich like we have in Ghana. I mean, we joke, some of my friends and I, we joke that if you're a Ghanaian woman and you want to have a career, then you need to marry a man who understands that you can't use 10 hours to make one meal, like our Ghanaian meals. Like our Ghanaian meals usually cost you to do. So I mean, I was just blown away by the similarities of some of the dishes and all that. So at this point, I think we should invite Pretty, and you'll meet Pretty very soon. Come.
Hi.
Hi, Pretty.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm well, thank you.
All right.
Hi. Yes, and I'll be telling you a lot about this lady a little later, okay? She is the daughter of Honorable Thomas Okyere, and you'll be hearing from her briefly at some point. But yes, you've got some interesting things. There's more to come. And I'll let Pretty do a lot of the explaining. But look, some of the things will blow your mind in terms of how similar they are to some of the dishes we eat here in Ghana. how even the preparation, very intricate, very strange in our context. Okay. And we even got a drink, and we'll be telling you about that too. Betty, do we have everything on the table?
Yes, please.
Okay, so please have a seat.
Thank you.
Betty is joining us. Okay.
Where's your plate? Are you not eating?
Oh.
Are you eating?
I'm okay.
Or because
Yes.
you're the lead cook, you're full already.
Definitely.
Yeah, that happens. You cook, you end up smelling all the food, and you
Yes,
get full
please.
before it's even ready.
Yes.
But Pretty, first I want you to introduce yourself. And Honorable, up until now, I've intentionally not asked you how you know Pretty. I know you're Botswana, so you're
Yes.
from Botswana.
Yes, please.
But I don't know much about you, and I'm sure our viewers will be itching to know a little bit about you too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so tell us about yourself.
All right. My name is Pretty Anana.
Anana.
Yes.
Okay.
And
What does that mean?
Anana, I really don't know what it means.
Sounds interesting.
I tried to ask, but I've never gotten the
answer.
meaning. Yes. So I'm from Botswana.
And you are very pretty, by the way.
Thank you very much.
Pretty.
Yes, please. I'm from Botswana, and I was born in a family of 6.
Okay.
Yes. My mom and dad, they're both alive, and have a very beautiful, happy family. I have a daughter. Yeah, she's 5 years old.
Is she in Ghana with you?
No, she's back home.
Okay. So, curious, how did you end up in Ghana?
Okay, my journey to Ghana. I came to Ghana to join the Anakazu Bible Ministry and Training Center. It's a Bible school. Yeah, so that's what actually brought me to Ghana.
Yeah. And how long have you been here?
I've been here for 3 years.
3 years.
Yes.
So you left your daughter for 3 years?
Yes, please.
How have you coped?
I believe God has been merciful. God has been very...
Have you been back to Botswana since?
No.
So
I've
for
never
3
gone
years
back.
straight you've been here. Kudos to you, strong woman.
It's the grace of God, I believe.
And that also tells me that Botswana women are strong.
Very. Botswana women are very strong. That one.
And how did you meet Honorable? I mean, is it because of the fact that you're the Honorary Consul?
Since they came here, we've been having I see them all as my children. I call every Botswana, even if you are 70 years and you are here, I call you as my child.
Is it a big community?
No, we're about 24 all together.
Okay. At least for those who you know.
Yeah,
Okay.
at least for those I know, or who have registered with us. Yeah,
And I'm sure, Botswana Day is coming.
yeah,
Right?
exactly.
It's on the 30th of September. That's Botswana's Independence Day is the 30th of September. So on the 30th of September 1966, am I right?
Exactly.
Botswana
Yeah.
gained
Yeah.
her independence. And get this, since then has been a democracy. No military rule, no coup, nothing. So it's the oldest continuous African democracy that exists in the world. So I think that's very impressive.
Yeah.
Maybe it means you are very calm people.
Right,
And
yes.
patient. And patient, yes.
Very,
But I
very.
mean, Pretty, I'm sure on Botswana Day we'll meet some of the community and then we'll get to talk more about you. But today let's talk about food because
Okay.
you cooked up a storm. You brought Botswana to Ghana.
I brought home.
So let's talk about some of the food that we're seeing.
Okay.
So can we unwrap it?
Okay.
Okay.
So,
So what's this?
what we have here is dumplings. Yes, of which we call it madombi.
Madombi.
Yes, or matemelegwan.
Madamelegwan.
Yes.
Madombi or Madamelegwan?
Yes.
Hey. My Setswana is on point. And basically, it's from what I learned today, a boiled bread.
Here.
Okay. It's a boiled bread. So we made and we'll put the ingredients on the screen at some point so that everybody can see that, and you'll get to see the process too. And then This is
pap. This is
okay, so we can
Botswana's
have that too.
staple food.
yes,
Yeah, it's
Now-
what is mostly eaten
yes.
in Botswana.
Okay. So for those of you who don't know what pap is, this is really, really interesting. It's actually, I mean, you know, half of me is Ever, right? That's why my middle name is Sayira. And so imagine my delight when I discovered that pap is actually a corn. So the corn meal or the maize meal, powdered corn, you know, not the fermented one that becomes corn dough, no, powdered corn, like the one we use for ekwe. So she actually, I was laughing at her, and at some point you see it, she was tying the pap, tying it. So that was really exciting for me. And then we've got here as well.
Yes, and what we have here is it's sampan beans,
Okay.
of which is locally called the kobe.
The kobe.
Yes, the kobe.
Open it.
Olehata.
Olehata.
Can you open it?
The kobe.
Yeah,
Olehata.
olehata.
The hata.
So this is just simply a mixture of samp
Okay.
and
Right.
beans.
Okay. What's some?
Samp is crushed corn.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So crushed dry corn.
Yes.
Oh, so it's what we use for oblayo. That's honorable. Okay, so
Yes.
I mean, from what I learned, so you boil the samp, the broken corn,
Yes, corn.
together with the beans, black-eyed beans,
Yes.
and it was boiled for a really long time.
Yeah. Yes. It does.
Okay. And then what else do we have?
Then here we have we have boros stew.
Boas.
Yes.
Boas.
Of which locally we call it boroso.
Boroso.
Yeah. You can or mostly you can fry it.
Okay.
Yes, with the beef steak.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but today we used it to make our stew.
So boroso or well, I like the local name so much. I always
Boroso.
forget the other one.
boros.
Boas. Okay.
Yes.
So boroso or boas is basically a Botswana sausage. It's very interesting, and for the Brazilians who are watching or people who are familiar with Brazilian sausage, very similar. So it's got that. It's beef based, and then it has a lot of interesting spices in there, and there's some vegetables. There's some potatoes. I mean, you see what we did in the kitchen, very soon. You see what we did in the kitchen. And then what else is there?
And this we have pumpkin.
Okay.
Locally it is called liputi.
Liputi.
Yes.
Is it a special kind of pumpkin?
Not really special,
Okay.
but it's
Is it the
a
long
lot
pumpkin?
of people
The long pumpkin.
grow it. There's actually the long one and the round,
The round one, like
yes.
the one that you see in American movies.
Yes, yes, yes. There's that one and there's the long
Okay,
one.
so can we open it up
Yeah.
so we can see it too?
So
Did
this-
you add anything to it, or that's the color?
This is the color.
Okay, so
yes,
orange
this is the
pumpkin.
color.
Because
Yeah.
some of the pumpkins we have in Ghana, honorable, a lot of them are a little pale. They're not as rich. So some of them are
Okay.
more yellow than orange. So, okay. And did you add anything to it?
Okay, this one I
Spices?
just added a bit of sugar.
Sugar. Is there a reason for that?
Just to give it a bit of taste.
Okay.
Yeah.
So from what I've learned as well, Botswana food is not as spicy as
No.
Ghanaian food. So earlier I heard honorable saying there's no pepper. Can we eat it? Okay. So
There's
since
no pepper.
I will come back and taste all the food.
All right.
I told you that I spent the whole day with Pretty. I was delighted to discover that as for Africans, we are the same. We spend 10 hours cooking the food that we love and that we were brought up to know and enjoy. So just take a look at that. Some of the things I learned how to do and I did them wonderfully. Other things I failed woefully at. I'm not ashamed to admit it. But take a look. We're going for a quick break. And while we go on the break, while you take a look at all that wonderfulness, we will be enjoying our Botswana meal. Stay tuned. So I was sitting down waiting for Pretty, and I thought, you know what? let me just get in here and get my hands dirty. I love to cook anyway. So I'm going to find something for myself to do in the kitchen. That's where I'm headed to now. She's asked me to pour this, is it maize flour?
Yes,
okay.
Maize milk.
So pouring the maize flour into this little bowl.
This is crushed sunk. So okay. It smells lovely. Okay, so I'm going to eat some candy worms when I go to Botswana, just so you know. Maybe that's a teachable moment. A lot of people don't know that a stew, you usually have to have chewable elements in your stew. And it's an ancient way of preserving meats, vegetables, anything that you'd ordinarily preserve maybe in a fridge today, you could preserve it in a stew. Now gravy is smoother. So when you blend your onions, blend your tomatoes, blend your ginger, your pepper, all those things, your pakoshito, you actually made a gravy. If there's nothing in there, like a chunky chicken or a chunky meat, it is not a stew. So tip for you, those of you who didn't know that. Culinary School 101. I came here just to pound meat. I'm so excited about it. So what we've been doing is steaming some beef, and if you know anything about Botswana and beef, one of the biggest exporters of beef in the world. The beef is really tender, really juicy, really flavorful. And when they steam it just the way I like it, it melts in your mouth. So earlier, Pretty did tell us that usually you have this beef being done outside in a big cauldron, and it's usually the men who work on it, and they'll typically pound it in the cauldron. But since we're not in Botswana, we don't have all our local accoutrements, as we like to say here in Ghana. I'm going to pound it with this, so it's a mortar and a pestle. Any African
has seen something like this at some point. Definitely in Ghana, very similar to what we used to pound fufu, very similar to what we used to pound palm nuts as well. Okay, so I've washed my hands. I wasn't able to get the first one. I got the dough all over my hands. It was just a whole sticky mess. So Chrissy is going to show me how to get it done correctly. Hopefully I get it right this time.
This one I'm gonna do it the same way you do the banku.
So that's basically our plate. Remember earlier, so I spoke about ekwekwe as a porridge, but Evers, and especially the part of the one that I come from, my own part of the north, you know, we have something called akule. There are different kinds of akule. Akule is basically any corn-based meal that you make into banku, right? But when we say akule, we're usually talking about the cornmeal, like we have here, corn flour, like we have here, and then we use it to make the banku.
Ginger is almost ready. So I've boiled this one. So I'm going to add more water into it and allow it to cool. Then after that, add pineapple, raisins, and apple into it. Then we allow it to put it in the food.
Okay, that's a wrap.
I'm sure Pretty is exhausted. She's been on her feet all day just getting this picnic food ready. Authentic Botswana food. And I'm still feeling really cute and bougie. But let's get back to our conversation on the beach.
So, how did you find the process of making authentic Botswana food? I mean, I enjoyed myself thoroughly. I'm Pretty. Thank you so much. You literally took me to Botswana, and I hope that forcing you, quote unquote, to do this, because I mean, it really took a long time. You're on your feet the whole day. You had to talk as well. I turned you into a cooking show host.
I loved it.
I hope that it took you back home as well. And
it did.
Having been away from home for 3 years continuously, I hope it took you to a special place.
It did.
Yeah, I'm glad. But Honorable, I have a question for you. Before that, viewers, you know, we mentioned several things on the table. We didn't talk about the siswa.
Yeah.
So in the video, I mean, in the when you saw how we prepared everything, it's not I was pounding some meat with all my might. That's the siswa. Okay, so that's here. And when I asked Pretty why it's pounded, she said that's just the way Botswana likes it. And then there was some spinach as well. It's all done on my plate. As you can see, we've been having a feast. And then the drink. Please tell us about the drink, Pretty.
Okay, this drink, we call it Honorary. Yes, that's the local name that we
Honorary.
Yes, and it's made out of
It
ginger.
tastes as exotic as it sounds.
It's made out of ginger. Yeah. We normally have it on celebrations,
Okay.
like weddings, parties, independence celebrations. Like if you're going to a wedding, I'm not looking forward to drink Coke or Fanta or anything. Yes, this is the drink that I'm looking for.
This is it.
Yes.
So I suppose it's similar to, I mean, we also do ginger drinks a lot. But most of the time when we do it's because you have a cold. And you want to get rid of it, and it's hotter than this because after we finished boiling it and brewing it and all that, we added quite a bit of water. But for us, we Ghanaians, we like everything hot. I don't know why we punish ourselves like that. So we drink it with the potency of the ginger, but it's delicious. But what the point I was going to make that is that I'm sure it's as special to you as sobolo or palm wine or pito, depending on which part of the country you're coming from, is to us, or lamujin. Those are the things you expect to drink at a traditional gathering, or if you want to go local at a special events like a wedding, then those are the drinks that we have. So thank you. It's delicious.
Thank you very much.
Everything is delicious. Everything is delicious. But there's something as well that you mentioned about the meat, about the fact that it's the men in Botswana who make it.
Yes. Normally, like during the weddings, it's men who cook the siswa. So what they do is that we cook it in this big traditional pot and put everything inside. And there's a special kind of fork that they use to keep on pounding it or keep on stirring it as it cooks. So it's made out of mopani tree. They just cut a branch from mopani tree, remove the barks and everything, then clear it. Then after that, that's what they've been using to stir the...
Ghanaian men, are you listening? Your own is what? Pounding the fufu. Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing this. But before we go, there's something that I always like to do. And that's to do with asking questions. So when I mention a word, and usually I play it with my main guest, who in this case is Honorable Okyere, but I'm going to include you since you're here.
Okay.
So I'll throw one word at a time to each of you. And the first thing that comes to your mind when I mention the word, just say it. First thing. Don't think. Just say the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
So Honorable, I'll start with you. Music.
Lord Kenya.
Interesting. We had him on Citi TV Upside Down yesterday, on last Sunday. Favorite color?
Blue.
Okay. Because you're from Botswana. Because you've been wearing blue the whole day. Your whole wardrobe is blue.
Okay, I didn't even notice.
So Botswana in you. Honorable. Dance.
Azonto.
Hey, Ghana man. Holiday destination.
Mauritius.
Interesting. Car.
BMW.
Hey, me my wife, Papa. Happy place.
My room.
Your room.
Yes.
Okay, I like that. TV show.
Mr. Bean.
Mr. B. I thought I would say diplomatic license.
Diplomatic license.
It's too late. I'm already heartbroken. Hidden talent.
Hidden talent. Singing.
Singing.
Yeah.
Also, you sing. You sing one song from Botswana before we go. You've committed yourself. Hobby.
Dummy.
Dummy.
Yeah, drafts.
Draft. Okay, so on another day we have to play draft together.
Yeah.
Okay. Nickname.
Nickname. Pretty P.
Pretty P. That's what people call you.
Yeah.
Is it your boyfriend or your husband or their friends or?
It started from my junior school.
Junior school.
Yes.
Pretty P.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. I like it. I like it. Now, to crown all of this, please sing for us. Preferably a song in Setswana or the national anthem of Botswana. Just something that will take us home.
Okay, so we'll sing the national anthem.
Okay.
Okay. Fatilenola Rona Kimpoya Mudimu Kibuswaja Bora Etsu Alineka Kariso Tuhan bana Tuhan emang batsari emang kahafalang Riko panele hudirela lifatila runa inalintela tuma la chambaya Botswana kakugrano likari sano ibupahan twemoho Tuhan bana Tuhan eman basari eman karapalang Riko panele hudirela lifatila rona.
You have a beautiful voice, and your national anthem is, I mean, it just goes deep into the soul.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's been an amazing 2 weeks with Honorable Okyere of Botswana to Ghana, Honorary Consul of Botswana to Ghana, and I mean, he embodies so many things. There's so many beautiful people around him, and I'm itching to go to Botswana now. But thank you for watching. I must say that we have this beautiful space here tonight, courtesy of the Labadi Beach Hotel. They gave us their beachfront so that we could have this dinner. Yes, and do enjoy just a few glances as we tune off, or as we sign out, of the moonlight reflected on the ocean of the Atlantic that borders the coast of Ghana in La and Accra. Thank you so much. My name is Apioko Mashong Abe. This, as always, has been Diplomatic License on Citi TV. Do follow all our conversations or whatnot with the hashtag Diplomatic License across all social media platforms. Stay tuned, and we will see you next week.